inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, a good battle in the AFC. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. The veteran Matt Prater has this one set to get started. And off we go from Jacksonville. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Tackled at the 40-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is James Cook. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Antonio Johnson there on the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Allen. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it's going to be 3rd down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Buffalo.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. Allen, going to give it to Cook. Inside the 25. And he will go all the way. James Cook, touchdown, Bills. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Now the veteran Matt Prater for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Bills will take a 7-0 lead.
Jaguars nothing.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get going with their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for first and 10. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. There's a short one. He's got Strange. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
On the play. Second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
Going to get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the Bills' 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's second down and 2. In motion is Myers. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Taron Johnson up to make the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line. But the official signal, he's got enough for the first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
A first down throw for Lawrence. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. Brenton Strange was his intended target. It's 2nd down.
Might be wise for this quarterback to try somebody else in coverage here, Mike. This guy's known for being a savvy playmaker once the ball's in the air, and he showed why by swatting that ball away, and he's going to pick up a PBU on the stat sheet.
That's swung out to ETN. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd down, 3 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got it inside the 5. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, Jaguars.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jaguars will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter.
Cam Little to kick
We're all
off
tied,
for the
7
Jaguars.
apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bills offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. In motion goes Cooks. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action now. Here's Allen. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. Third and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Bills 1st down.
That's good for a Bills.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming.
He'll wind up getting this all the way down to the Jags' 31-yard line.
26 more yards.
That one good for 26 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And Allen, a guy who usually gives as much punishment as he gets, slides down here, but he's got the first down.
That's another.
It's the combination of size and speed that really differentiates Josh Allen from the rest of the quarterbacks in the league. So it makes a lot of sense that they're going to get the ball in his hands as often as possible, and we just saw why there.
A run up the middle with Cook. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's a 2nd and 9. So now they'll throw it with Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
2 yards.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Allen. It is brought in the end zone. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, Buffalo. Prater on to attempt the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bills will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Jaguars 7.
So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Throw on the run is complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Jacksonville.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
They go play action for Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
First down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Play action now. It's Lawrence. Open right side. That strains the tight end. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. That's good for a Jaguar. First down. Now here's Lawrence. Got his man at the 6. And the Jags are going to be looking at 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. In motion is Myers. Lawrence now on 2nd down. The pressure too much, and he goes down. Terrell Bernard getting in for the sack, and that's going to make it 3rd and goal.
What once looked like a promising drive has suddenly hit a little bit of a roadblock here, Mike. They're in scoring position, yes. But now on 3rd and goal, following that 2nd down sack, this defense has a shot to come away, only giving up 3.
So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. To throw is Lawrence. zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Trying to get it to Travis Etienne that time. And now it's 4th and goal.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Did they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bills offense ready to see what they can do. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Now, Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. In motion, Shakir. Allen now on 2nd down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down, Buffalo.
19 yards. And the Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
On 1st and 10, it's Cook, and he'll get about 5.
The Bears ball carrier, taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So after 1, the Bills with the early advantage. And we'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Bills with it to start quarter number 2. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. As we are ready to get back underway. Throwing on 2nd down. It's Allen. He'll find Shakir open right side. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Offside, defense. Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Here's a handoff to Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
At the 10-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But
that one, take it in. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Bills.
Touchdown, Bills.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Now Prater to tack on the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bills are out to a 21-10 lead.
Jaguars 10.
CNN.
So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. In motion comes Thomas. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. He's on for the 2nd time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. Shakir to return. And he'll get something there on the return. Able to take this back to the 20-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6 out to the 26-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Play action. It's Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
From the gun, throw here for Allen. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
39 yards.
Big-time play there for Buffalo. 39 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Now Allen to throw on 2nd down. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard. It sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing again. It's Allen. That is caught. Hooks gets the grab. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Let the fullback try to power it home. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. They're out there to block most of the time, but Greg, great reward for the fullback to carry it in for the touchdown.
Not every team in the league even carries a fullback, but man, if you have one on your roster, Mike, not many better places to use him than down here on the goal line.
Prater on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Matt Prater set
So
to
now
kickoff.
Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own
The Jaguars offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
It's a gain of 25
He had their lone
yards on
touchdown of
the
the
play.
game earlier,
That's
and he
good
comes
for
through
the
with the catch and a first down in this spot.
We've really seen both
First and 10
teams
at
have a
the
lot of
50-yard
success
line.
moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Complete to Brian Thomas Jr. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with ETN. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
A loss of 2 yards.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Cam Little for this field goal attempt. They'll spot this at their own 48, meaning this is a 62-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 3-score game.
You have to give them credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
The Bills offense getting set to get back to work. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Design run here for Allen. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. To the air. On second down, here's Allen. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Throwing now, Allen. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. They get 18 on the pitching catch. Good for a Bills first down.
That's good for a Bills.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
2nd and 11. In motion, Shakir. From the gun, here is Allen. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Buffalo.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jaguars' 9-yard line.
From the gun, Josh Allen. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Allen. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. This about as short as you can get. Prater's kick is good. And the Bills add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So Prater now, after the made field goal, back out to kick off. The return starts from the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Jags offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Lawrence. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Seems like there was some miscommunication that time. They clearly weren't on the same page. That's something that they've got to get on the sideline and get corrected as soon as possible, because I think they just missed out on what could have been a big play.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Jacksonville. This is taken at the 25. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Fake the handoff, and now it's Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. 16 yards on the game, and a quick first down.
That's good for a Bills first down. First and
Talk
10
about a
at the
thing of
50-yard
beauty.
line.
Mike, did you see how many tight ends were on the field on that last play? They call it 13 personnel because there's one running back, 3 tight ends, 1 wide receiver. So everybody on defense is thinking run. They catch them off guard a little with the pass, and they take advantage of it in a big game downfield.
And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And 6 yards.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
On third down, it's Josh Allen. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. And now it's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Jaguars offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. To throw is Lawrence. Over the middle, it is Strange. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
16 yards.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
39-yard line.
Throwing is Lawrence. thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete.
Let's give a lot of credit to him, Mike, for standing tough in the pocket. He knows he's about to take a big hit with the defense bringing pressure, but they weren't able to get there in time and prevent that completion.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now here's Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
First down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Now a timeout for Jacksonville. They're second. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime.
34-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Lawrence now. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target, no catch, and now 4th down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars cut 3 off the lead, but they still face a sizable deficit.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. The tight end, Kincaid, in motion. On 1st down, Allen. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
And that 1st down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
That's Palmer, the man in motion. Allen going to throw on 1st and 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
At the 47-yard line.
The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. And this is a long one. Officially 64-yard field goal attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Johnson now to return. The Bills offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Cook. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
You saw the guard take a pass set, Mike. He's hoping that defensive tackle just races up the field trying to sack the quarterback, and then you just hand the ball off to your back on a draw. In this case, the defensive tackle does a great job going from pass to run, and he's able to take the back down for a loss.
This one complete to Palmer. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
17 yards.
A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Bills first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
A run out of the gun with Cook. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. It was Darian Jones that time making the play.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 9. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Allen now on 2nd down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
He'll try to run for it. Woo! He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the 1st down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
In motion, Shakir. To throw on 1st and 10, Allen. Catch is made there on the left side by Cooks. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. Receiver in motion, headed left. Cook gets it out of the pistol. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Josh Hines Allen there on the tackle. From the 35, here's 2nd and 8. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
It's a gain of 21
They get 21 on that one. First down, Buffalo.
First down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
Oh, the short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
And 10.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Clearly trying to catch the defense by surprise, Mike. If the draw works, it's a touchdown. But being down here in the red zone, this is a tough spot on the field to get away with running that draw play.
Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Taking off, he'll try, and he's in! Josh Allen, touchdown, Bills.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Now Prater to tack on the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bills will extend this third quarter lead. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. This one complete to Washington. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Up the middle, here's Etienne. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line.
23 yards.
A gain there of 23 yards. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
10 at the 35-yard
The
line.
challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run it once more with ETN. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Lawrence going to keep this himself.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short gain.
This is 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up.
Let's go Bills.
Man in motion here is Washington. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on.
Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Two incomplete passes now lead to this 3rd down and goal. Lawrence. Set up the screen here for Tootin. And he will get into the end zone. Facial Tootin. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Jaguars.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Jaguars are able to cut into the deficit.
38. Jaguars 20. Cam
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. To return, here's Ray Davis. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
and 10.
The Bills' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, it's Allen. The 2nd down throw is incomplete. Khalil Shakir, the intended target. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
Anytime you bring pressure like that, Mike, you're counting on getting to the quarterback before you get beat downfield. The vulnerability of that play call is in your pass coverage, but when you can get home and get to the quarterback that fast, the offense never has a chance to stress your coverage.
The Bills bringing on the punt team as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Whoa! And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. In motion comes Thomas. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. The veteran Jordan Poyer up from his safety spot, and he gets the sack.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. In motion comes Thomas. Lawrence now on 2nd down. That's taken in by Thomas. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
This brought in out past the 20. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
3rd and 6. From the gun, throw here for Allen. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Jaguars offense ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Lawrence. This one hauled in by Thomas. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
In motion comes Thomas. 2nd down, Lawrence. To the right side, hauled in by Myers. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Matt Milano there to stop him.
He was brought down by Matt Milano. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
2nd down and 8. Another run here with Tootin. Yeah! And he'll be marked out at the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Lawrence out quickly to Thomas on the RPO. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bills' 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Lawrence. Right back to Thomas. He's got it again. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9.
Offensively landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It is 2nd and 9. Lawrence now. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Lawrence. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars are back within 2 scores.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So, Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Allen going to make the read and hold on here. He'll take this forward for about 5.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 4. On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured Bill. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here comes 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big one there on 3rd down, good for 26 yards.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
Here's the first carry for the man from Kentucky, Ray Davis. Down the sideline. Oh, the ball is out. The Jaguars think they have it, and they do. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds, so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up.
A dive, and he's in! Ray Davis. Touchdown, Buffalo. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Prater on to attempt the extra point. He's got it, and the Bills will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Jaguars 23.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Jags offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. This one not quite on target, and too much. That one falls incomplete.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Here's a short one. He's got screen. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, Jacksonville.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They get 24 on that one. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
There's two elements to a successful run play, and the key is having them aligned. The offensive line needs to block according to the play and create space, but the back has to hit that space at the appropriate time. This is a clear example as to why it leads to big gains.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
Third and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in 3rd and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
to cook. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
42-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Complete to Khalil Shakir. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Allen will give this to Davis. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
At his 48-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The Bills bringing on their punting unit as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Jaguars offense ready to come back out for this next possession. In motion comes Thomas. On 1st down, Lawrence. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Parker Washington was the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike, and it's as simple as if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing into a wide-open target, he's now forced to throw into a contested area.
And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
Brings up 3rd down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down. And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That one incomplete. Good job. Spoke there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time. And he's able to secure a really nice catch.
He'll find his tight end. It's Strange. And he's going to have the 1st down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better...
And he will score! Brian Thomas, touchdown Jaguars! Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
So Lawrence lines up the Jaguars as they will go for two. Man in motion here is Washington. They'll try to pick this up with a run. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
That decision to go for two was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for two. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wit's end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Now a give to Davis. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
On 2nd down, Allen. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Brian Thomas now and the Jaguars offense getting set for their next possession. On the ground, it's Tootin to start the drive. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he gets it to about the 34-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
A first down throw for Lawrence. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Another Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the fourth quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the first down.
Jaguars.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the fourth quarter.
Open right side. That strains the tight end. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. There's that man again, another catch. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. The Bills offense ready for this next possession. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation, use as much clock as possible, up a couple of scores as they start this drive, 1st and 10. This is Davis, and he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Play action. It's Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. The defense uses its 2nd timeout here. And don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
And the Bills first down.
Here's 1st and 10. He'll step up and run this. Oh, the ball's out. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. They'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down. Now Davis. And a good show of force there. He gets full tough yards out of that one.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here's 2nd and 6. The tight end Kincaid in motion. On the ground once more, it's Davis. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He'll try to run for it. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
That's another Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard
Sometimes, Mike,
line.
the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
Allen down to an 8, and that should do it. Second and 10. So a road win here for the Bills. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.